Look, I've got my favourite shirt and tie on. Isn't this a lovely jacket? So we're reviewing this little book today. Good news to make you happy. So we can all do with some of that, can't we? This is a really lovely publication. This book was produced in 1976. I can prove it. Take a look at that picture. Pretty gross, isn't it? And the pages are sort of toning down. But see what it says. Where can good news be found today? We all welcome good news, do we not? Well, the purpose of this book is to tell of good news that affects every man, woman and child on this earth today. It points to a bright and secure future for the human family. In fact, when you understand what this good news is all about, we feel sure that you will agree that it is the grandest of good news. To be good news to us, or you, this news would need to touch our lives. It should cheer us and encourage us to have an optimistic view of the future. It should help us as we face up to the realities of life. Its effects should lighten the burdens that press down on most people during this age of uncertainty. It should aid in removing our fears and in making life purposeful and worth living. Suppose that each morning, as we picked up the newspaper, it doesn't mention mobile phones, they hadn't been invented properly, and we read the headlines like these. No housing shortage, secure jobs for everyone, record crops, plenty of good food, racial barriers gone, crime eradicated, global peace complete, disease and old age eliminated, hospitals and funeral parlours closing down. We wish. Earth's administrators in complete accord. Programs for full employment, enjoyment of life underway. Surely news like that would make us happy. However, you're probably saying, that's impossible, it could never happen. That would be a miracle. But what is a miracle? It's defined as a marvellous event due to some supernatural agency. And truly, we're surrounded by marvels that no natural human agency could bring about or create. There's a picture here of a fawn, a baby fawn and a deer, and the mother looking after it. It says, why life itself is a miracle. And among living things on earth, myriads of miracles are happening every day. The birth of each living creature is a miracle, and so is the blossom of each flower, the beauty that adorns the earth and the abundant provision to sustain life on it. Cry out with an all-wise that there is an all-wise, all-loving Creator, performing the miracle of producing it all. The good news related herein tells of further marvellous things that He is about to perform in restoring unity, peace and happiness among all His creation. That's pages 5 and 6. Isn't that exciting? So we turn to page 183. God makes all things new. Sometimes people say that a new heavens and a new earth means a new planet. It doesn't. Sometimes you can renew your room. You can redecorate, can't you, and make it like a new room or a new home. Having learned the good news of Jehovah's purpose to rid the universe of all wickedness and to bring this earth once more into a clean, peaceful, happy condition, do you not feel moved to praise and thank Him? You should. What a joy it is to see His purposes unfolding and to know that we can share in those. But that's not all. The Great Tribulation, that is the day when Jesus takes action to sweep away the ruination of man's activities, such as pollution, governments, religions that are ruining the earth and have been for thousands of years. So the Great Tribulation will sweep from nation to nation, from one end of the earth clear to the other end of the earth, bringing annihilation to all the wicked and the removal, of course, of nuclear weapons. That storm of destruction will come with startling suddenness. Just as it occurred in the days of Noah, it will be brief. So great will be the tribulation that unless God cuts short the days, no flesh would be saved. And that's Matthew 21 and 22. The entire universe will be swept clean of those who have disrupted the righteousness and the rightness of Jehovah's sovereignty over his creatures. That mentions the universe because fallen angels come from the heavens, and so they need to be swept clean as well. That indeed is a reason for rejoicing. With the subtle influence of Satan and his demons removed, and with man-made rule no longer bearing down like an oppressive heavens over the earth, the great crowd or multitude of survivors will work at cultivating a paradise of beauty to the ends of the earth. They will offer themselves willingly for this task, just as they do in God's service today. Also, they will have help from God's arrangement. For that time, the new heavens and the new earth, which Jehovah is now creating. The new heavens are the ones we pray for. We pray for Jesus, the kingdom under Jesus' control as king to come. That is the new ruling heavens. The old ruling heavens will be the human governments and the angelic forces behind them. Unbelievable, you say? No, it's completely believable. It is certain to come. For all the prophecies of the Bible, starting from God's promise in Eden 6,000 years ago, focus on the events of this present day, when God's sovereignty, that's his rule over the planet Earth, is re-established. His sovereignty will be completely vindicated through his messianic seed, that's Jesus Christ. All of his grand purpose must be accomplished for the blessing of those out of all nations who come to serve him in integrity. And what of God's stated purpose? To resurrect out of gravedom the billions of human dead. Are we to say that this is unbelievable? No, for Jesus himself assures us. This is from John 5, 28, 29. He says, "Do not marvel at this, because the hour is coming in which all those in the memorial tombs," he compared those who were asleep in death as being asleep, a deep sleep, "they will hear his voice and come out to a resurrection." That's a recreation. What cries of joy will accompany the reunions then to take place in the paradise earth? And what happiness there will be in educating these restored ones concerning God's spiritual paradise. Scrolls of instruction will be provided, and these will help them perform the right deeds, leading to their names being written in the book of life. The right deeds are basically loving God and your neighbour. Jehovah himself declares, "Look, I'm making all things new." So that's the picture this little book paints for people that we presented in our Bible ministry, and it's still available to watch on jw.org. So, see you again. Take care, everybody. Very nice positive message from nearly 50 years ago. Not very much out of date. I probably look out of date today. Thank you.